Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in a couple of videos, which hopefully you have seen prior to this, if not, my apologies, I said that I bought a second capsule because I thought it would be helpful to show how to do the scarf. Now this is the Gryffindor scarf, which is my second one of these for the scarf. I'm just gonna put that there. And I know that when I was trying to do it, it was a little finicky. I was getting frustrated, and I really wish that I had had a little better instruction for this. So I decided to get a second capsule of the scarf. Thank you, Pinholes. I appreciate you. So that I could make one and do a little tutorial to maybe help some of you that are struggling with this or are intimidated and haven't started it. So I will, I'm going to use the needle that I used for my scarf, because I did stretch this area just a little bit. And I mean, all you have to do really is just put something in it, give it a little wiggle, and it'll stretch it just enough to be able to put this threading tool through here with the yarn on it. Going through it without the yarn is not a problem, because the yarn is just, it makes it thicker, and it's a little tug to get it through there. So let me pull the threads, separate them, and open the loom, and we will get started. Okay, I have everything separated and ready to go, and I wanted to go over the MiniVerse instructions with you, so that you can see what they say. So they want you to separate your threads. So that is these. There are 7 of them. It is 1 string for each ream down the scarf. So you use one for this, here, 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 and here. Okay. And then it tells you to thread your needle. Okay, and then it's telling you, I'm assuming it's telling you to start in the middle, which I didn't. Maybe that's why I struggled. So yeah, okay, we're gonna start in the middle this time, and that's after you put it on the stand. And then it tells you to tie a stitch, lock it, trim off the little end, and then you're gonna weave in and out, across, back, and what you do after you get a couple of, rows, you use this little comb tool to push down your threads to make it tight. Okay. And it says you're going to do 8 or 9 rows, I assume. I'm not sure how many mine has. And then once you're done, you're going to attach the Gryffindor patches at each end, and that makes your scarf. So let's make it. Okay, now I have my loom ready, I have my scarf base, my thread, my needle, my threading tool ready to go. So what I'm going to do is take the thread, put it in the threading tool, just give it a little tail. You don't need a whole lot, just enough to hold on to. You're going to put the threading tool into the needle, and you're going to wiggle it and pull, and it takes a little force to get it through there. Like I said, you can try to stretch it out. It's what I did, and it made a huge difference. So there is our string, and it is threaded, and it wants us to start in the middle. So it'll be this one, and I want my knot on the back, so I'm going to start this before I put it on the loom. Okay, so because I don't want the knot showing on the front of my scarf, so I just made a loop through there. I'm going to flip it over, pull the excess string, okay, and then we're going to tie it off. And y'all know my hands shake, so I really do have some struggle in that, but I got it, and I have my tweezers here if I need it. So I'm going to pull that really tight. You can double tie it if you want to make the knot, but I only did a single, and after I'm finished, I'm going to go through with some Fabri-Tac and just tack down each of the knots so that they stay in place, okay? So there's our knot. You can't even see it on the front. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the loom. There are little teeth at the top and at the bottom. And what you do is you put these pieces in those little teeth, okay? And so this is in the back. And you're going to pull it down, and it is taut, so you're going to pull it so it is tight, so it's nice and secure for you. Okay, so we have our string, and what you're going to do is I'm going to go back up because my string is in the bottom, and now it's simple. You're going to go over, under, over, under, and over, okay, and pull it through. Okay, see how that's sitting way up there? That's where that tool's going to come in handy. So on this one, we're over, so we're going to go around it and under. We're going to go over, under, over, under, then over, and pull it through. Okay, we're over on this one, so we're going to go under, over, under, over, pull it through. Now at this point, I want to take this little tool and put it between in here and push that down. So see how it closed the gaps there? Again, we're going to go around and over, under, over, under, over, under, and over. Pull it through. Okay, so I'm going to do this and I'll be back. Okay, so we are at the end of our runs, and I could probably pack in one more, but I'm not going to. So we need to close this, and I can see right between these two right here, I can get another stitch in. So to close this, I'm going to go from the back side. I'm going to go up into that one where I can get that stitch in there, and then down the one beside it. Okay, and I'm going to leave enough in the back so that I can tie that off. Okay, and I'm going to, it's a little, gonna take it off of here. So I'm just gonna put a stitch and close it off, make my knot. Okay, so then just look at the front of it and adjust it to fill any areas you may need. But there is the first section, and we tied that off with a knot back here. If you want to double tie it, you can. There you go. And then just like any other project you were sewing, you're just gonna snip off the excess, leave yourself a little tail right there. And then here's the tail from the other knot. Okay, we can go ahead and snip that. And at the end, when I'm finished with all of them, I'll go in with the Fabri-Tac and just tack those little knots down so that I don't have to worry about them coming undone. Now I see right in here there's a little bit of area, so I'll just use this tool. This is it's a Cricut tool, but I use it for opening my capsules. I've shown it a million times, but I'll use that just to go in and kind of move those stitches around, right? Okay, now we're going to take the remaining thread off. Sorry about that little jump scare. Okay, so we're going to pull another of our strings. We're going to repeat the process. Put that through our threader, pull a little bit of tail. Take our little needle, put it through. Shimmy tug, there you go. Remove that. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and start this next one. Before I put it back on the loom. And while I tie this, I'm going to tell you, so as I was threading it, you may have seen where I was lifting it like from the back side of the loom, like kind of pushing it towards me and away from the loom just really lightly. That's so that when I was getting to this middle section here, it was a little harder to go around that. So what I was doing is with it on the loom, I was pushing it forward like this so that I could get in those areas easier once I was getting up here to where this part of the loom is, okay? it made it a lot easier to, oh, I was going this way. It made it a lot easier to be able to go around that area of the loom, this middle part here. So, well, I need to pull my string down, huh? My knot's going the wrong way. And it is super tight, so it is not easy to slide. And I really don't want to untie it and have to retie it, so I'm gonna fight with it for just a second to move it. Okay, so let the weaving commence. We're gonna go, well, let me pull my thread back out. Okay, so we're gonna go under, around and under, and we're gonna go in and out, up and down, mountain valley, however you want to call it. Around and down, mountain valley, up and down. Same thing, mountain valley, up and down, up and down. I'm gonna do one more. Ooh, 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 ooh. Almost de-threaded my needle. And I'm gonna use the comb, put it in there, slide it down, and squish those stitches down. Squish them down. And this also helps to keep these even in case you have pulled your thread too taut, okay? Again, we're gonna go around, up and down. Go. So let me finish this. Okay, you guys, just a quick note at the end of this video. I hope that the tutorial was helpful to you all. I've not watched it back yet. Hopefully it wasn't too bad out of frame, but you know, I do have to kind of bring some things a little closer to me sometimes because I can't see it and I'm still in denial. Anyway, so you did see me use some Fabri-Tac to just put on the bottoms of the knots, and the Fabri-Tac doesn't affect it. It's still completely movable. The patches that come with this are so sticky, they are not going anywhere. And all I do is just at the bottom of this row here, I just try to line it up in the middle, that corner with the middle, and then lay it down so that they are even. And then the other thing is, if you want, this is my first one, this is the second one. All you have to do is just kind of fluff these out and they'll look like that. So just fray them out a little bit if you want. So on the stand, if you want it to stay like this, because it is, you know, it clicks flat like that, but it doesn't click here. So if you want it to be like an actual stand like this one, so that you can put your scarf on it like that, all I did was I used this Aleene's glue. This is one of my favorites. It works just as good as E6000, but it doesn't smell, and it can work on plastic, metal, paper, anything. So this is great. I found this at Walmart. It was around $7, I think. So you can check there. If I can find it on Amazon, I'll link it. But when I looked on Amazon, because I always try to do a price comparison, I couldn't, I don't think I found it. So there was a multimedia one, so I'll link whichever one I can find for you, because I think the other one's basically the same thing. So all you do is just open this up, and right here in these hinges, just right there and right there, just put some glue right there, and then fold it down to where you want it and sit it down and leave it. And once it's dry, then you can pick it up and you have it like a stand like this. So this one I have other plans for, so I won't be doing that to this one. But there is our scarves. I love these. They're great. So again, thank you for watching. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. And also, please like this video and share it to someone that you think it might help. Anyway, have a beautiful day, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.